So I've always thought there's 5 things, and if a broker can master 2 of them, they can make money, right? If they can master 3 of them, they're elite. I've seen very few people master 4, and I don't think I've ever met somebody to master 5, right? So
welcome to our Industrial Advisors podcast. We are live at IMC in Indianapolis, and we're doing another 5-minute Friday on traits of a successful broker. So Matt, let's start with you. What are some of the things that you think make a successful broker in the space?
yeah, so I've always thought there's 5 things, and if a broker can master 2 of them, they can make money, right? If they can master 3 of them, they're elite. I've seen very few people master 4, and I don't think I've ever met somebody to master 5, right? So the traits are work ethic, the ability to do analytics, and you don't have to do all of these, right?
2 of them really, really well.
Exactly. Yeah. Networking, which I always say you're the master of, and then sales, and the ability to not only sell, but understand how humans interact with salespeople and how to improve that process. And then finally, smart and creative, being able to think ahead of the industry, see trends, and be creative in change and technology, whatever it is, right? So again, if you can really do well at 2 of them, and I always say, work ethic's easy.
You have to have that. If you don't have that, right, you won't.
Find the other one out of the 5, and you can make money, okay? Find a third one, and you're elite. Go to 4, and you're going to make tens of millions of dollars a year, right? Yeah.
Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, I think another kind of ties into work ethic is discipline, right? Because
yes,
it's so hard.
And you're great at that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, and having a plan, right?
Yeah, and a plan, but it's so like it sounds great to say I'm going to come in at 6, I'm going to leave at 5 every day, I'm going to grind to those 11 hours. But motivation comes and goes, right? That you can say that at a time when you're motivated, but at a time when you're not, you still have to have discipline and come in and do the things you say you're going to do when motivation as well, which is why discipline is so much more important, I think, than motivation. So that tying into work ethic, having that discipline behind the work ethic is super important as well. And then I think too, having a competitive nature, a drive is really important. I think we see a lot of brokers that are former athletes.
Yeah.
They just grew up with that competitive drive, but it's a very competitive industry. So to have that desire to win and to love to compete, I think is really important as well. And then, yeah, I mean, with the creative aspect that you mentioned, that, we harp on it all the time. Brokers just commoditized, right? So how are you going to make yourself stand out amongst your competition and be different? What are you going to do to be different? I think are 3 really important things.
Yeah, all those things are great. You make the point about winning, wanting to win. When we tell people that are getting in the industry, we told you this, when you get into the industry, be obsessed with winning. The money will come when you win, right? So like winning matters, okay? Find a way to be different and win. So
celebrate the wins.
Yeah, absolutely. And stack them.
Yeah.
The other couple things that I would just add to all of those great things, because I would say those as well. It's still it's a people business, right? So being authentic when you're dealing with people, your clients know and want to work with people that are authentic, transparent, and so that's a really important trait. I think I look at some of the most successful brokers; they're really authentic, right? Can they be trusted? All of that stuff. Are they likable? Right? Like you want to work with clients that you like. Clients want to work with brokers that they like.
That's right.
And then finally, just obviously passion matters, right? Like, do you have a real passion for the industry? I remember when I started out, I would see like a truck with a phone number on it, and I would just call the number right away because I'd be like, I don't want someone else calling these guys before I do. I'm going to call it. These guys probably have a warehouse somewhere, and so like having the passion for what you do obviously matters. Yes.
So Bill's win was always getting the guy in the car.
Yeah, get the guy in the car, do them, and then they're yours. Yeah. So anyway, that's there were some good concepts I think that make successful brokers. So thanks for sharing your thought.
Thank you guys very much. All right.
There we go.
Happy Friday.